with Sharisia Janee. I am your girl, Sharisia Janee, and we're gonna get into it, y'all. So, thank you so much. I just really want to say thank y'all for rocking with me. No matter if you watch one video, two video, 3, 4, 5, 6, no matter how many episodes you've seen on this channel, I pray that you're being fed, that you're being lifted up, and that I am absolutely helping y'all change your life in any way, shape, or form. I pray I'm doing it for you, y'all. I pray Life and Laughter with Sharisia Janee is doing it for you on your screens, wherever you watch it. So y'all stay tuned and keep watching. What are we talking about today? Y'all, today we're going to talk about mental health. So, obviously, I've talked a lot about God, about the spirit, about how, who he is and everything like that. But we're going to talk about mental health because historically they say those two things can't live together. I can attest to you that ain't true. Go to therapy. Therapy, y'all. Mental health. And mental health is not just therapy. Mental health is self-care. Mental health is recognizing your triggers. Mental health is managing your emotions. Mental health is not putting yourself in a space to be triggered. Mental health is choosing happiness in a sense. Mental health is prioritizing your overall well-being. It's prioritizing things that you allow in your space, what you do, where you go, who you're with. Mental health encompasses all of that, y'all, and I think it is so important that we as people stop minimizing the importance of self-care and taking care of your mind, because people really lose their lives out here due to their battles with mental health, and you could really think that it really couldn't be you. You could think that you would never take your own life, and I can attest to you. Obviously, I am still here, but I can attest. I personally know, and I have been in a space where I've questioned why I'm here. Do I want to be here? Self-harm. I've thought about all of the things, and I just want to be really transparent with y'all because it's a thing, and a lot of people experience it, and a lot of people experience depression and anxiety, however it shows up for them. And I really it's so important to take your power back, because your mind can really play tricks on you, and the devil really has a way of making your brain go crazy to try to control your thoughts, because if he can control your thoughts, then he can control you. But I'm here to declare and decree that you are free, Bookie. But seriously, y'all, mental health is so important, and first thing I'm going to say is be aware of your resources. If you are struggling with depression, anxiety, whatever it may be, if you have an actual mental disorder, you've been diagnosed, you get treated, literally, y'all, know your resources. If you have to get medicated, get medicated. If you need a medical marijuana card, seek a psychiatrist to do the necessary steps to receive that card if you have anxiety. Y'all, just really you really have to take care of yourself. You know your resources. If you're struggling to have suicidal thoughts, there's a suicide hotline that you can contact. Be vulnerable. Be transparent. When you feel yourself feeling those emotions, talk to somebody. Even if it's not always a professional, reach out to somebody so that they can potentially save your life. Go to therapy. I will say therapy is life-changing, and it helps you truly dive deeper into the things that are important to you, dive deeper into who you are, associating your childhood traumas and disassociating your childhood traumas as well, if you have them. I think that's at any point in life, you're gonna experience trauma. That just comes with life in itself. Life is trauma. Life quite literally is you being exposed to trauma and traumatic experiences. So it's going to be very hard to attain and stay away from those things, but knowing how to manage stress, knowing how to cope effectively, knowing your triggers, knowing how to navigate through those and navigate your own experiences, therapy is so beneficial and so helpful, especially when you're moving your relationships, when you're moving in your career, when you're just trying to enjoy your life and be better, to have a good life. Therapy can be crucial in identifying different factors, and it can also be helpful in providing you with the tools and the resources to work through whatever those events may have been, or work through whatever obstacles may have occurred throughout your life that have left you triggered or hurt or whatever it may be, or even that's just who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. So just being aware and being cognitive and mindful that there are resources like therapy. There are free resources. There are opportunities like BetterHelp. Utilize your health insurance. If you have health insurance, utilize the fact that you can get therapy through your health A lot of employers now offer health insurance if you work in different entities. Look into your job and see if they have an employee counseling center, especially if you work at a larger organization. Like when I worked at the hospital, they had an employee counseling center that we could go to if you worked there. So in affordability obviously is a struggle. Some people have grants. Some people donate their time. So there are so many ways to get therapy, or even if it's life coaching, if you can't afford like a full therapy session. I've said it before, I offer life coaching, y'all. My link is in my bio at Sharisia Janee on Instagram, and you can go on to Fiverr and you can book your session. I have 3 different packages, y'all. This is me shouting myself out, yes, of course. I have 3 different packages. One package starting at $25, only $25 beautiful dollars. For a life coaching session, it's just 1 session, and then it increases. My second package is 3 to 6 sessions, and my last package is up to 12 sessions at any time. And yeah, so y'all, if you want to have a life coaching session, if you're gonna talk about spiritual coaching, I do that. So definitely go to the link in my bio on Instagram if you would like to do more and talk more and chop it up some more. But back to this whole mental health thing, it's also knowing what you're stressed about, finding a good outlet. So for me, I journal. It's so helpful. It brings me back to, it centers me, it forces me to think logically and not move out of emotion. So a lot of time in mental health crises, you're moving off of emotion. The logical aspect is not registering with your like hormonal experiences, your emotional experiences. So it's so important and so just beneficial to find something, an outlet that kind of refocuses that logic. So for me, journaling helps. Some people exercise, so that works. Also singing helps for me. I make music, and recording does work for me. Singing in general is very therapeutic for me. Some people cook. Some people clean. Cleaning, if your house is cluttered, is associated directly, psychologically associated to healing your spirits. Even if you do things like going out, getting dressed up, go to a park, go for a walk, go to the pool, like little things here and there, just find things in enjoyment. Find the enjoyment in the things that you do to get yourself to a place that you're like, okay, like I am okay. Different things like that. I think it's so critical, especially for us, and you live in a social media world, a social media age where, again, y'all, I talk about this in so many episodes. Comparison is truly the thief of joy, and it's so easy to compare yourself. You can see it right in front of your face all day, every day. Don't let it get you. Don't let it get you, and don't let what's probably not even true affect your mental health and well-being to that extent. Because to any extent, really, because we all out here just trying to do our best at the end of the day. So know your resources, build a community, build your community. I've talked about this before, and especially like when you're, depending on what you're going through, so like when I discussed it in my episode about moving to a new city by yourself, like developing my community was going to church. Like that was me starting to develop a community, or also me, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and members of Alpha Kappa Alpha connecting with chapters in the area. It's also me building my community and also supporting, building my community as well, building that comforting space to where you have somebody to turn to, you have people to go to. You're not alone, because life is hard to be by yourself. So building a community, developing hobbies, developing hobbies, getting help if you need help, and not being too prideful to ask for help. There's been times I reached out to my friends and I'd be like, yo, like, I'm tripping, like, please, I need, and sometimes you don't want to hear it. I have had an experience, I have had a friend who did go to the suicide hotline, and she was pissed by some of the stuff that they was asking them, because I guess like how you counteract like suicide or suicidal ideations, like it's to get you to talk. I'm assuming it's to get you to like rationalize what you're feeling. But when they ask you those questions, I'm sure you feel like, bro. So, but that is important. I think it's so helpful, and knowing your resources is so critical. Like there is help. There are options. There is so many options. And also being aware of the little things, right? So if you notice yourself drinking more, like there was a stage where I went through that and I noticed myself like drinking more, like I wouldn't be eating, different things like that. Like be aware of your triggers, be aware of where you are, and be present in that so that you know how to like drive your own car. You know, like if you see like it's like a car. Like literally, it's like driving a car, and check your tire pressure light come on, right? It's giving you a warning. Like there's a warning signal. Like, hey, your tire is losing air right now. So like mentally, you have the same thing. Like your body will start to tell you like, I'm losing air right now. And at that point, it's up to you to either listen and put that air in that tire or get a new tire if that's what you need, or you gonna wait till that tire loses air and your tire pops while you're driving, and now you're like, what do I do? Or God forbid something worse and your tire pops and you get into an accident because your car spins or something like something, you know, anything. So it's literally like your body, your life will trigger warning signals, and it's up to you to either course correct that action, and let me emphasize your body physically will mimic your mind, because if you think about it, your brain controls all of this. Like it controls so many things voluntarily and involuntarily. Like you're not thinking about your heart beating right now, but you know your heart is beating. You're not thinking about any of those things, but you know, like you're not thinking about your lungs pumping air, breathing in oxygen. You're not thinking about that, but it's doing it. So your body controls everything, and involuntarily, when you're not okay here, it might start to trigger. You know, that's why stress causes heart attacks, because your body's working hard. You know, so different things like that. Your body will send you signals when your mind's not okay, and vice versa. And your mind will send your body like your body will send your mind signals when your body not okay. So it's like, be aware of those warning signals and course correct. Be willing to course correct. Be willing to ask for help, to use resources, to make changes. When you're depressed or you're down, get up, start moving. Like that's something that I try to be intentional about. Is if I'm really sad, I try not to lounge around, because if you're really sad, the worst thing that you can do is be an enabler to yourself, and also confining yourself to those thoughts, because all you're doing is confining yourself to those thoughts. When you get up and you start moving, you're changing, you're course correcting, you're realigning paths, you're telling that signal like, I see you, I'm changing, I'm moving. And I think that's so important. And also connecting that for me, because this is right from after Sharisia Janee, Lord, help me speak, help me say my own thing, right? Of course, I'm a little talk about God and how important that is, and also for me, also adding prayer into my mental health journey is so important. If you are like super Christian or super God-fearing, they do have a lot of like resources. Like if you go on TikTok shop, you can see like different like note-taking books, mental health books that's high God and your mental health into one. There are a lot of journals like that. There are journals that have scriptures attached to them. If you want a journal, you know, there are scriptures that, like my journal has scriptures at the bottom of each page. So as I'm writing in my journal, like I can see the scriptures as well, and I can, you know, reference them to what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through. Also reading the Bible, if you're, you know, God-fearing individual, I recommend that. So y'all, be so aware of your mental health. Be cognitive, be like intuitive, take it seriously, because it is a serious matter. It really is. And I really hope that y'all can be very intuitive and curious about that, and learn yourself, and learning how to care for yourself and how to care for your body and your mind. So of course, thank y'all so much for joining Life and Laughter with me. I'm your girl, Sharisia Janee. Thank you, baby. I'm kidding y'all, but no, seriously, y'all, thank y'all for watching Life and Laughter with Sharisia Janee. It is always a pleasure to chop it up, share my testimony, while also trying to help you get through yours and whatever life may be throwing at you, whatever you may be experiencing, knowing that you're not alone, that this is a safe space, that the world is just crazy, and we all in here living in it. So of course, you know the rules. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, share, like, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do to share with the world, so that we all can get through this crazy world, crazy life together, to support one another. Remember, your mental health matters. If you need resources, feel free to contact me at any way. Drop it in the comments, and I will put it in the comments. If you want mental health resources or access to mental health, if you're having suicidal thoughts, y'all, please directly go to the suicide hotline and let people know that support you. I love y'all so much. Of course, thank you for watching Life and Laughter with Sharisia Janee, and I hope y'all have an awesome week.